Hi guys, welcome back to my tiny kitchen. Today I'm going to show you 4 ways to make shrimp wontons. Now I personally love shrimp. I'm from New Orleans, obviously I love shrimp. But even here in New Jersey, fresh shrimp are really hard to find. Well, they're not hard to find, but they're very expensive, so I have to do frozen shrimp. But it's okay. I eat shrimp really almost every day. They're high in protein, no carb, low calorie. It's perfect meal. I don't get tired of it. I eat shrimp seriously almost daily. So I've started to experiment with the way that I prepare them. And people always talk about using wontons, and I see on Instagram and stuff where people make the little wonton cups and stuff. And I had never used wontons before, so I've been experimenting with them, and I am going to show you a couple of ways that I like to make shrimp in wontons. So, in case you're not aware, wontons come in this kind of little packaging. It's what like an egg roll is typically wrapped in. Wontons are typically made to be deep fried, but we're going to be making them in the oven, and they turn out just fine. So, first, I'm going to start with my shrimp, which, like I said, I've been buying frozen shrimp, unfortunately. I personally like the small size. These are 60 to 80, which means 60 to 80 shrimp per pound. That's just how they're sized. But the good thing about frozen shrimp is that they defrost super fast. So usually I just measure out however many I need, stick them in a little bowl of warm water, and within like 2 or 3 minutes, they're ready to go. So for the wontons, the thing that's good about the wontons is that they're really low in calorie and they're pretty filling. For 3 wrappers, it's only 50 calories. So I typically do 6 wontons. So like 6 wontons is a serving for me for dinner. And in each wonton, I do 2 shrimp. So 12 shrimp, which is usually about 3.5 ounces of shrimp. So I've got my shrimp weighed and measured out here. I've defrosted them. And I've got a teaspoon of butter melted on the stove here, so I'm just going to cook my shrimp. That's our step 1. So the thing about cooking shrimp is that you want them all touching the bottom of the pan, and then don't mess with them for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then flip them. I usually do just a little bit of salt to give them a nice flavor. While I'm doing this, I'm also going to cook 1, maybe 2 pieces of bacon, and I will show you why in just a moment. Alright, and just like that, it has maybe been 3 minutes. My shrimp are golden and beautiful and ready to go. Alright, so for my first pairing, I'm going to be using the sugar-free barbecue sauce. Now this stuff is thick and a little bit goes a long way, so I've got about 1 tablespoon here. And as much as I may complain about food in New Jersey, what I will give them is that they have excellent cheeses, especially fresh mozzarella cheese. So I got this beautiful ball of mozzarella from the grocery store that I've been working my way through. So I just cut up some little pieces of mozzarella, and I'm going to mix these with the shrimp in the barbecue sauce. So this is shrimp and barbecue sauce with mozzarella. This is our first combo here. For our second combination, we're going to be doing shrimp with salsa and avocado. So I personally really love the peach and pineapple salsa because it gives you a hint of sweet, and for 2 tablespoons, it's only 4 carbs. We're probably only going to use 1 tablespoon. I use this stuff on everything. I absolutely love it. But if you don't want the sweet, you could absolutely do just a normal salsa as well. Alright, so this is my second flavor combination. Here I have shrimp, pineapple salsa, and avocado. For my third combination, I'm going to use fat-free mayonnaise, mustard, and wait for it, Chipotle sauce. Okay, now this you can find at most grocery stores. I use these all the time. This is chilies in like an adobo Chipotle sauce. The flavor's pretty strong. They're a little bit spicy, so I don't use a lot. In fact, I have one that's already open. And I just want to show you the peppers that come in there are really quite large. So I'm going to use maybe half a pepper in some of the sauce. So as you can see, these peppers are pretty saucy, and they're wonderful. So this part right here is just half a pepper, and I think that's going to be more than enough. So here I have about 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of the fat-free mayonnaise, half a pepper, and my shrimp. Okay. And for my last flavor combo, it is bacon, blue cheese, and shrimp. You know I love blue cheese, and any opportunity to use bacon and blue cheese together, I'm not going to pass it up. So these are my 4 flavor combinations here. Now I'm going to make my wontons. I'm going to preheat the oven to 400, and I'm going to prepare a cookie sheet. I initially tried to make the wontons on a pizza stone. However, I found that they got too crispy too fast. So on a cookie sheet, it only takes like 5 minutes to cook them at 400, so it's perfect. Alright, now time for the fun part. Let me show you. So these wontons are super, super thin. They're kind of hard to peel apart here, but we want it that way. Also, these do not taste good uncooked. I tested that so you don't have to. But if you see, they're like super, super thin. So I'm just going to spread it out, put the shrimp in the middle, fold it over like a little triangle. Now, in order to seal it, I just seal it with a tiny dab of water on my fingers in the corner. And then I'm going to spray it with some Pam on top just to give it a little bit of a golden color. Okay, so my wontons are ready to go in the oven. They don't have to be pretty. The saucier they are, the better they will stick. So I'm about to pop these in the oven for 5 minutes, and I will see you in a minute. Alright, the timer just went off, so let's check out the wontons. Oh. They are beautiful and they're sizzling. Let me show you. So you see how they're like golden and crispy on the edges, but still soft on the inside. Pretty easy to pick up and eat. So I'm going to put these on the plate and show you, and thank you so much for cooking with me. I hope you have fun experimenting with your wontons. Like I said, the saucier, the better. All right, talk to you later. Enjoy.